Welcome to another day in the Milky Way. Brian, I miss you. This is coconut oil after my shower. But yeah, I'm crying as well. Yes, I'm grateful for your visits. It's just physical form is what I miss, which ironically doesn't make sense because even though we were phone friends and YouTube friends, we never met. Why didn't I take the long way to Arkansas on my road trip and come visit you? Anyhow, I'm feeling a little off. I guess a little guilty because our last conversation was about toilet paper. And you were my big brother and cared about having enough toilet paper right before the whole COVID thing. And I resisted that because to me that was a vibration of fear and lack, and I think I was more than annoyed with you because I was like, let's be an example of not being that, otherwise we're going to end up creating that. And what came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. So I didn't want to play that game. And you're just so loving. You're just like, well, everyone can do what they want to do. But if you were saying it, to be careful of the toilet paper, because I was able to just not dive into that beforehand. But then I did. I frantically went to the store and bought some, but then it was buyer's remorse. And then I went and shared it with my neighbors. So, because I saw everyone else was scared in the neighborhood, I put up my twinkle Christmas lights up to light it up, so that everyone could remember happy feelings, and everybody had toilet paper because I walked around the neighborhood and gave it out. So the good news is both of us knew and know that we love each other no matter where each of us were. And I miss you. And your memorial is so lovely. Your soul tribe, they're such lovely, lovely people. And I'm so grateful to Wayne for putting that up and for inviting me to be part of it. I just couldn't, because I don't know, I felt like I was vibing a little tad differently. And with all due respect, that memorial, the comment that was pinned, was about the thumbs down on that video. And again, I don't fit with anybody, even lovely people, because as the soul tribe, because for me, there's so much good to pin and thumbs up. I didn't even notice there was a thumbs down until I looked at the pinned comment. So now the focus is on the pinned comment. So now the attention is there. So then that creates, I don't know, Brian, I love you. Everybody in your soul tribe and everybody anywhere, everywhere else. I love you. I just continue to not fit anywhere. Um, I know I'm vibing low right now. It's a combination of being sad and of many things, not just Brian's physical death, because he's visited me. We've talked. Um, the first conversation, um, I was on the way from here, my bedroom, to the bathroom, and we're having a conversation. I'm like, wait, are we really doing this while I'm ready to go to the bathroom? And I'm like, all right, well, this is what I look like going to the bathroom. And he just laughed. And then we took a pause, so I don't think he was there or I was there with him. But anyhow, I'm just having a memory of when I won't say who, but someone was sleeping over in the guest room, went to the bathroom, and I could see him. I could hear him, but I could see him through this wall, through the hallway, through the bathroom door. And so I was so embarrassed. I'm like, no, 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 I don't want to see him. And so I quickly got up and wanted to make sure that the door was closed. I think I was going to close the door. Anyhow, the door was closed. So I know, I get it. I can see things in different dimensions, including dead people, including hearing things like telepathy. That's the other thing, is I'm disappointed on my reactionary self, because I'm very much improved with those in the physical realm with me. But when there's some, okay, so this cashier was impatient with my best friend Denise and I because we were taking too long. But I'm slower. This is another reason I know that I've looped backwards, because my left hand is continuing to be an issue, is continuing to be healing. It's just I heard the cashier, what she thought of us, because she at this particular store, Aldi's there, judged on how fast they process us. So, and probably other cashiers as well. But I was slow because I was getting change out, and I'm just not as dexterously nimble as before. But from my point of view, when I get this telepathy stuff, it's it's real. It's as real as the words coming out of your mouth. And so, she's calling us names. Um, I feel like she used the C word, but I don't know. But she definitely called us and, you know, I responded. I'm like, well, excuse me for taking so long, but I'm doing my best, um, but I was angry. And, of course, Denise did not hear what she said. So she's just thinking I'm being rude. And she was explaining to me, even if the lady had a hard day, even if she was rude to us, she probably had a hard day. Da 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 da. I get all that. I usually try to think of that. I'm just learning how to handle the telepathic ones, because those are catching me off guard. That started 2016, probably earlier. It's just that one I was aware of because I was hearing two conversations. And anyhow, Shell and I heard a conversation among fellow emirs, and Woo! We did not enjoy that. But it took me a long while, but then I realized, Jen, you would not necessarily want other people to know what you're thinking when you're lusting over someone. So, note to self, you got to look at yourself too. Anyhow, so there are things that are just like poking out, going, you haven't dealt with this, so let's see if you can handle it, because you've been vibing very high. So here, let me have you get cussed out telepathically. Oh, you failed. Even I tried to be lighthearted about it, but when Shane re-uploaded, that's from my point of view, a video from several years ago, I think from 2017, but from his point of view, it was just re-uploaded from the IMEC conference, which was 2020, just a few weeks ago. So I'm looping backwards with my injury. I'm looping backwards with the telepathy, because I've already done this, hearing people, but then I shut it off because I guess it got to be too much. And so I guess I'm returning to it, which I did ask for. I'm like, I'm ready for more. And but Brian, I don't know. For me, each new day in the Milky Way may not necessarily, each present moment is not necessarily a gift for me, or it doesn't feel like a gift. Yeah, I can learn from the negatives, because we learn best when poked at, as I roll my eyes, but this eternal life feels like a death sentence sometimes, or a life sentence, because not only do we live this life, those of us in the Mandela Effect community, we know we bounce around and reincarnate, or it feels like, because it's just a theory, reincarnate sideways into different avatars. And like I said, my family has a different history for me. My daughter has different colored eyes and different other things. My sisters have different nicknames. People have returned back to life, including Koko the gorilla. And this other Amir and I were planning on going to California to visit. But then Koko died again. Jane Goodall's alive again. So this up and down, living and dying and being and not wanting to being, I feel so ungrateful because you're physically not here. But you know what? I can't wait for you to somehow make a comeback the way Cynthia Sue Larson did. That would be nice, right? That'd be more than nice. But as my friend says, this too shall pass. But then in my low vibed self, I'm like, yeah, but do I want to be up just to be down again? So I go back to my understanding that we each are fractalized versions of one self expressing itself simultaneously through multiple experiences, not just me as my many selves, but also through you and your many selves. So we each have a right to choose to leave this life experience when we want to, despite leaving very many sad people behind. We each have a right to hoard toilet paper. We each have a right to focus on the thumbs down instead of all the other good. And yeah, I have a right to have mixed feelings about all of those. Because I would like to belong. It's just I don't. Even my best friend calls me this morning and says, hey, guess what I got at Sam's Club? I got masks with visors. She was someone here in 3D that had my same point of view about people wearing their blinders over their mouths. You can do what you want to with your mask. It's just, I had someone here. I'm not going to post this because it's too low vibe. But this is my truth right now. Oh, and last night the sun set where the sun rises. So what the fuck, you know? I get it. Geographically we're changing, so we're just playing spin the bottle. Which world are we going to kiss and love today? I do love kissing and loving all of you. Being selfish and would like a little more reciprocity where I feel connected back. And I get it, that's just me. But maybe me letting go of this world means letting go of stuff like that too. Just ponderings and wonderngs. Those two words, why do they not rhyme? Yeah. Many of you have shared with me your recent depression and downness. So I know I'm not alone in that. And I know I do have friends. I'm just talking as I'm feeling it out while being aware that life is precious and it is an honor to be able to use this physical form to take the opportunity to dance and play. So, as much as this was a downer, I loop back around to understanding that this life sentence, might as well make the most of it. I'm going out later. I'm going out to play. I love you. No matter how down you get, or are, or feel, feel it. Just don't be anchored in it for too long. And take my hand and I'll pull you up. And let's go dance together. Shall we dance? Da-dun-dun-dun. Shall we dance? Da-dun-dun-dun. It's nice having people to dance with. If not, dance with yourself and selves. And maybe you're in the middle of the pantry being cleared of junk food, so there's room for the goodness. Maybe that's what's going on with me. Deep breath. I love you. Dance with me.